I know we were talking a little bit about we always talk about music and stuff together, but we were talking a little bit about is there I don't know anything new or what have you that you've been listening to or anything like that you would like to plug or anything?
Um, Not really listen to anything new. I'm just kind of going back to old school records and just kind of getting inspiration from that.
I got you.
All that kind of stuff. A little bit of Stevie Wonder.
Okay, wow. So you're going school. Okay, cool.
A little bit of Stevie Wonder, a little bit of Snoop Dogg.
Okay, I wouldn't really say he's old. He's kind of old school.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still listen to like the Beatles and Elvis and stuff, so take that as you will. But what actually that I wanted to ask, because you're like a big fan of Genesis, right?
Ooh, Genesis 2. Phil
Yeah.
Collins, shout out. Invisible.
Yeah, he needs a fucking shout out from us.
He does. He does. Phil Collins, if you're listening to this, I'm a big fan.
For all of you 7 subscribers, if you aren't familiar with the band Genesis, check into. They're good. There's some good there. Yeah.
Yes.
One thing I wanted to talk about is how a lot of artists have acclimated to the current climate where they can't perform live, right? So a lot of artists that would be on tour are now doing these things where they're having live concerts for people.
Yeah.
That I've really been digging that. Are there any artists that you know of that have been doing anything like that?
My man KB.
Okay.
He's been doing a lot of live, obviously online live concerts.
Sure.
It's different
Yeah.
because normally as an artist you basically kind of feed off of everyone's obviously in a normal setting like at a
Yes.
normal concert
Yes.
you feed off of everyone's energy,
100%.
but you're just feeding off of no one's energy and you're just hoping that you're doing a good job and you're basically doing it in front of a camera basically.
I know exactly what you mean. So something that I've been really digging is I think in was it October 15th or something. No, it was I don't know earlier this month. All Time Low started doing this live stream session of concerts, which they recorded back in July, called Basement Noise, which is the ending song of their newest record that they released earlier this year. But regardless, so it's really cool because the first one that they did, it was an entire playthrough of the newest record they released, which they've never done anything like that, but it was a live playthrough.
Yeah.
And it was interesting. And then after that, they had they're every 2 weeks, I think it is, they're releasing a different session where one of the band members picked the set list. So
Interesting.
it is because you can get some, and I don't think any of them are allowed, for lack of a better way to put it, to pick
Quote,
the
unquote.
same songs that have been that another member picked. Because when they were talking about it, Alex said he was kind of mad at Ryan when he picked the set list because he's like, fuck man, these are a lot of songs I was gonna pick. So
Man, why are you taking away my stuff?
exactly. But man, it was rad, and it's pretty dope seeing this kind of thing happen. I don't really know how to put it. Well, it's funny for me because I mentioned this before, but I have never actually been to a live concert of at least any of the of bands that I really like. So for me, it's kind of well, this is how I've always watched concerts. This is just how it's always been for me. This isn't really that much different, but it's dope because what's funny though, because you talked about the live energy and stuff. There's a lot of kind of bantering with the audience and with each other that kind of happens more in the live setting. It's not happening that much on the live show. And then you have one of the things I really love is when artists stop and let the crowd sing, and you just hear everyone that's just really cool to me. And you don't get that in this setting. But overall, man, it's really dope. It's really cool.
It is.
I do like it overall. Very very much so.